Do you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man?
Alright, so this is a story about the first time that I got lost at a grocery store. I think for most people, getting lost at a grocery store is kind of like a rite of passage as a kid. Everybody got lost at one point. You gotta man up all of a sudden. Are you gonna step up and assert yourself and find your stupid parents? Or are you gonna, cry and piss your pants in the frozen food section? It's up to you. You gotta figure it out. Well, for me, the first time I got lost was at our local Kroger's, or K. Rogers, as some of the cool kids used to call it. Now, it's important to note that this whole ordeal could have been avoided because at this K. Rogers, they had their own little daycare system that you could drop your kid off while you grocery shopped. Hell, they even had little monitors set up throughout the store so you could check in on your kid, make sure he's not getting
high-fived by a man with a non-threatening goatee.
But my parents would never let me go in there because they thought it was dirty.
And they were wrong. The Kroger Company is a very clean establishment.
They had like 4 Lincoln Logs and like a crusty-ass Sega Genesis with one game. Wouldn't even be a good game either. It'd be like f***ing Booger Man or some shit. But hell, I'll play Booger Man. That sounds like a deal. It's better than f***ing grocery shopping with my parents for 45 minutes, I'll tell you that. Can I please, pretty please, play Booger Man on that dirty Sega Genesis? What? No, you're not going in there. What are you, trying to get f***ing
high-quality daycare services?
No, you're going grocery shopping with us. You're not going in that daycare. So off I'd go with my parents. And on this particular trip, it was pretty much a standard affair at first. I'm just watching my parents buy all the cheap, non-name brand food and shit. All right, you want the box of Fruit Hoops here, or do you want the f***ing Colonel Crunch? Can we spring for the extra $1.50 and get the Captain Crunch? What the hell's the matter with the Colonel, huh? It all tastes the same. What the f*** do you care about the rank and file about the goddamn cartoon character on the box? You're getting the Colonel Crunch, damn it, and you will like it. That's just how it was when I was a kid, all right? Didn't matter how many f***ing coupons I'd steal from those coupon dispensers. What about Bagel Bites? Can we get Bagel Bites? I got 40 f***ing coupons for them. Does that help? No, we're not getting the goddamn Bagel Bites, all right? Besides, we got Bagel Buddies right here. It all tastes the same, goddamn it. Well, this little routine trip to the K. Rogers decided to take a little turn for the worse when we happened upon the giant pop display in the center of the store. Now, I don't know about you guys, but every time I'd see the pop display, I'd have the sudden urge to climb to the very tippity top of it. It was like that f***ing pyramid of pop would just call out to me on a subconscious level. Hey, you, dirty-ass little kid, come here, climb on top of me. Go ahead, nobody's looking. Don't be a p***. So I go ahead and start f***ing free soloing this bitch in broad daylight. Meanwhile, my parents take off, totally oblivious that their son is up in the f***ing stratosphere on this goddamn sculpture of pop. I get to the top and I look down, and that's when I realize,
holy smokes,
my parents are nowhere to be found. I got a f***ing 5-mile viewing radius from this vantage point, and they are just f***ing gone. Nowhere to be seen. Now, if you've never been abandoned in a dirty grocery store before as a child, well, panic tends to set in fairly quick. I hop down from that f***ing pyramid of pop, and I don't even know what to do at first. I just start yelling out my parents' first names and shit. Kathy and Ken, are you out there? It's me, your son. Please make your presence known before I get
high-fived by a man with a non-threatening goatee.
I immediately head over to the
aisle where they keep the Capri Suns.
Camp out by the
Mountain Cooler Capri Suns.
Tried to use it like a f***ing salt lick for a deer. I know it's just a matter of time before they make their way there. Well, about 15 minutes go by, and, I kind of just gave up after a while. I was just like, fuck it. I guess I'm living at Kroger's now. I'll just have to sleep behind the big bags of dog food during the day in secret, and then I'll scurry out at night like a f***ing squirrel and gather supplies. But then I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. What am I gonna f***ing play Booger Man on Sega Genesis for the rest of my life? I got my own Sega Genesis at home, with Mortal Kombat 2 and Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Not staying in this f***ing hellhole. I gotta get home. So now I realize that I'm probably gonna have to get an adult involved at some point. So I start scanning the Kroger's for the least threatening stranger I can find. Somebody that's more likely to help me than to
high-five me in the private parts.
Alright, well that guy's got a fanny pack on. That's out of the question. That's a bald guy with a ponytail.
There's nothing wrong with bald men with ponytails.
Eventually, I settle on this old guy that I find sitting outside of the pharmacy. I walk up to him and I'm like, excuse me, have you seen a lady with yellow hair and a man with a pissed-off expression on his face? What? I said, I'm f***ing lost, old man. I need some help. Send out a smoke signal or an Amber Alert or some shit. Can you help me out? What? Well, eventually, the store's PA system starts paging me like, attention. Will the dirty little kid that doesn't know where the f*** he's at in life please come up to the front of the store? Your mom is in hysterics and your dad's super pissed off. So I head up to the front of the store by the f***ing daycare, and sure shit, there's my parents. Well, where the hell have you been at, huh? What do you think this is, a Kmart? You can't just go off and do whatever the f*** you want. Yeah, well, if you would have just let me play Booger Man in the dirty daycare like I wanted to, you would have known exactly where I was at now, wouldn't you?
The Kroger Company does not hire pedophiles for their daycare. Do not sue brewstewfilms. Pretty please.
So in the end, that's it. I survived. I didn't have to live at the fucking Kroger's like a gremlin. And I got to go back to the safety of my home where I got to eat all the Kernel Crunch I could muster. The end.